Good. How about yourself?
Good. How's winter treating you?
Winter is long and cold,
Yeah. Oh, no doubt. I know this winter seems like it's taking forever to get going or to get out of here. Yeah.
right?
How you got your race car going on? You get anything going on with your race car this winter?
Right? Yeah. It's all back together, refreshed. Ready for another season of adventures.
Absolutely.
So we'll see how it goes. How about yourself?
I still got a decent amount of work to do, but I didn't really do that much this year. I just put a new ignition system in it, new delay box, a few other little things like that. Oh, when I busted my header, I lost my O2 sensors, so I'm putting putting those back in. Other than that, not much. Still got a lot of cleaning to do. Had
Oh,
a little bit of chassis work done to it to fix it, a couple bars in the front end, but have
perfect.
that all done already. I'm going to be ready to go here. I thought we should get together and talk about last year. We always said we would do a year in review.
Yeah, absolutely. Let's talk about it. Let's see what we got.
Well, let's talk about top E.
All right. Our top three people.
Yeah. Let's go with the top three people. How about the third place guy,
Third place guy, Dave Hanasek.
Dave Hanasek? I remember watching him at the first few races. I thought he was going to clean the house.
Yeah,
He was doing
absolutely.
so well, right? First
Absolutely.
four races, look, he was third round, quarters twice, and then had a win. I thought, man, he was going to be somebody we're going to have a hard time catching.
Yeah, absolutely. I raced in one of those quarter final days, and I thought, oh, I'm having a great day right up until that point.
Right. Yeah, and then things definitely didn't trend the same for him for the rest of the year. Although he came in third overall.
Yeah,
A lot of guys in top E for sure.
yeah, lots of tough guys, and he had a really good season for the most part.
Right. And then towards the end, he kind of had several first round losses, had a third,
Yeah,
second round. Then let's see, the second place person,
second place,
second place. What do we got here?
Ashley Huffman.
Ashley Huffman. She had a killer weekend,
She did.
right? Definitely that June 15, 16, where she's one of the few people who've done that. Um,
Yeah,
I
yeah,
think the
very
only other person who's actually done that in a normal points weekend was Jordy. I think years ago, did it the first weekend, I believe.
right,
Uh,
right. Yeah, winning one race is impressive. Winning two
yeah,
races in one weekend.
yeah. I think Braden Helena obviously did it, but
Brady
his
Lee
was at the
did.
big bucks race, though, right? His
Yeah,
wasn't a points race. So really, there's only two people who have done this in Top E, and so it's quite a big deal.
yeah,
The rest
absolutely.
of her year, though, was unimpressive, shall I say. I'm sure she would tell you the same thing.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I think you're right. But I guess that one weekend for her, probably carried that motivation into the winter here for her.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, for sure. Yeah, if you can just keep doing those, then the man, eh?
This guy,
This
Mr.
guy,
Pat, Mr. Jason Pat.
first race of the year, pulls the win off. The next day, a runner-up. Like, whoa, that's scary. Then had a little bit of a hiccup. Then back to his normal ways. A semis, a quarter, runner-up, quarter. I mean, had an exceptional year.
Right?
Take a look at his points. I mean, he is 111 points ahead of Ashley.
Yeah,
So basically, that's 11 rounds.
yeah.
He
That's
had
that's
cushion. He had. He could have lost 10 rounds and still would have taken it.
right. He had an impressive season, that's for sure.
Yeah.
No question about it. I probably raced this guy at least 4 of the weekends.
Right.
First rounds, of course.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, I raced. I can't remember one race. I think it was a top B race where we had to go back to an eighth mile. I think whatever weekend that was, and that's where the track condition wasn't very good that day. And I remember, you know, didn't see him but I could hear him, and he was wrapping the throttle, and he was like 2 car lengths behind me, and I thought, oh man, I am in trouble. If a guy's wrapping the throttle back there, I must be going way under, and I was. So yeah, he's got a pretty good read of the finish line. Uh, exceptional. Look at these other guys. We got Janice Scott, James Bass, Cody Shoy. He had a good season. Unfortunately, though, he missed a race. What was he in Italy or something like that? Or
Yeah, I think he was on some sort of cruise and
yeah, that he had to miss.
Missed a few days there.
Yeah, yeah, pretty good actually to see Jenna Michaud right up in fourth.
Yeah,
It's obviously the highest she's been in.
yeah, absolutely. She was definitely making ground those days that she was winning there.
And you got myself way down here in 14th. That's pretty standard issue,
Right?
for me.
Yeah.
No,
Am I even on the list, or am I like
oh yeah, you're way down.
page 2 somewhere?
36.
Oh, perfect.
Well, you missed. What did you? You missed the whole last weekend. First round loss, first round loss, first round loss.
Yeah, let's move on. We don't need to talk about those. No, that's totally fine.
That's unimpressive. Also,
No one needs to know about that. It's on page 2. It's all good.
yeah, let's move on. Highlights.
Yeah.
The one weekend I remember, you don't see something like this too often. I remember the Shoys did it once, but the Belsham father son.
Yeah.
In the finals. Also, Brody taking the runner-up at the Big Bucks race.
Right. Yeah.
Well, that family had a good year for sure. I don't think they attended all the top E races, but when they did, they certainly did well.
Yeah.
And
Absolutely.
then you got Fred Hardum, Scott Hearn taking the big bucks. Boy, anybody who can take a big bucks, that's like NHR U.S. Nationals, man.
Yeah. Big time.
You
It's
take,
probably way bigger than the U.S. Nationals.
yeah, it really is. And you take one of those weekends, and that's your whole year. Going home
Right.
with 17,500 helps the cause.
Yeah. That's right.
Anything else memorable about Top E, Eric?
No, I can't remember anything. If you would have asked me probably about the day after, I probably would remember some.
Yeah, really. Too long ago. Well, what about the other series that we race in?
Yeah.
Is the Cash is King for sure, right?
Yeah. Cash is King. That was a good 8th mile series again in 2019.
So here we got the killer guy, Jason Pack, killing it again, eh?
Well, that guy again. Yeah.
Wow.
Do you ever get tired of seeing his picture?
Yeah, I know. He must get tired. I mean, look at him. He
Look,
looks,
he's always so happy. Look at this. Look at him. How can he not be happy, right?
and you got Schmidt. We haven't seen John do much in the last several years, eh?
Yeah, he's definitely.
Quiet. So for him to finish second.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, he's definitely picked up his game this year.
Then McKenna.
Yeah, McKenna. She's done really well in that
Yeah,
series.
yeah, and since she's come into the from junior drag racing, she's done exceptional, right? Didn't really miss a beat. Her, she got into it right away, right? She didn't have to warm up to it.
Yeah, yeah, and I think her dad Mark, is it Mark?
Yeah,
Splitting the car in both
yeah,
series. Kind of glad she's not over there, right? If
yeah.
hopefully there's no switch this year, right? And
Well, I know I saw on the internet they're running, I think, a couple hundred more horsepower. So
oh,
they are definitely running a different combination for sure.
Nice.
So that will
Nice.
be interesting. May be good or bad. I don't know. Maybe it'll take them a little bit for them to figure out that combination, or she's now going to be chasing, and that could be very bad for the rest of us.
Right. Yeah. I agree.
Let's talk about anything else we should be talking about here before we end this call.
Yeah.
Like call outs, eh? We raced a whole bunch of new people in Cash is King
Yeah.
this year. People I've never raced before. I had a lot of guys double balled me. I mean, they had both lights, pre-stage stage lights on, and I was just rolling out of my burnout. And I don't know what's up with that. But I had another guy who won't even come out of the burnout box practically until I put my pre-stage on.
Right.
So, should we be calling these guys out or what?
Well, maybe they're intimidated by you. Maybe they see your name. They see the Dirty White Boy's name on the card, right? Maybe that's what's going on.
Yeah, no, I don't think that's the case at all. Like, when they line up with a Dirty White Boy, you would think that's kind of a freebie for them.
No, I don't think so. But yeah, I think this kind of some of the, some of that etiquette in racing, right? Double ball, come on, right? Like,
Yeah. I was thinking there is somebody I wanted to call out. I met this when we were at Cash's King auction, when we were auctioning drivers off. I was sitting by the Rutherfords, and I probably should be calling those guys out because I met this little girl. Her name was Oakley, and you know how much junk food we have in our race car trailer always, right? Buckets and buckets of candy and stuff like that.
Right.
Come on over to the trailer and we'll fill a bag up full of candy. She never showed up all year.
What?
Yeah. I mean, what's with that?
Maybe her parents maybe taught her something. Don't take your parents taught her something. Don't take candy from strangers.
Yeah, don't be going in a guy's trailer. Yeah, it's probably right. Anyway, maybe her mom and dad could bring her,
right? Maybe. Safe trailer, right? It's a safe trailer.
Yeah. No, I'm only kidding. She was a sweetheart. She's always welcome to come in the trailer and pick up bags of candy.
Right.
What else is going on? A practice tree challenge is going on June 7th. Kim gave me a call. She got this all organized, I believe, with Kim at the racetrack. They got the lounge going on. The idea here is to raise money for the Big Bucks race for Top E.
Oh, nice. That's a great idea.
So 50% of the proceeds will go back to the Big Bucks payout. And the idea, is I think 40% to the winner, 10% for runner-up, and hopefully get lots of guys. I know when I've held these at my trailer, I've held lots of them. I always capped it right at 32 because the software I have that I built will only handle up to 32 drivers. So,
right.
And I always hated doing that, taking people's money and they're not qualified. So I'm going to, over the winter, I'm going to keep working on this software and get it up so that we can cap it at 128 cars or 128 drivers.
That's great. That's a good idea. Yeah, that's nice of Castro to allow it, open up the lounge, right? And have a place to do that, and so yeah, thanks.
And Unlimited Performance, Andy Shannon are bringing their racing seats with steering wheels with real tranny buttons on them. And I think Bob's bringing a full tree, so we'll be set up pretty good for it. I'll basically it's going to be $20 to get in. And there's one thing that I got to do is, we're going to have a lot of ties during qualifying, right? I mean, there's going to be 10 guys that are going to have trip zip just in qualifying. So how I'm going to break the tie is who pays first.
Right. Okay.
Right, because that's how my software works. Put everybody down. If you pay, and you're the first guy out of the paid guys with the trip zip, you're going to get number one qualifier. The whole thing's going to get laddered all the way from the beginning to the end. So qualifying well is going to help the cause for sure.
Right. Yeah. Just like real racing.
That's right. And so then what about What are we going to do? You got any plans going on for winter racing at all, Eric?
Well, I think we should pack up, start heading south, and we hit the Vegas divisional to start, and then we stay for the spring fling. What do you think?
Let's do it. I've already
Okay.
got it booked off on my calendar.
Do you?
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
like it was almost pre-planned.
Yeah, yeah. Except, did I tell you I had a dream last night that my license expired. So right when I get up, I go into the garage and I pull my license out of the car, and yeah, it's going to expire in 2 months. So I got to get that renewed because we're going to need it for Vegas.
Definitely going to need it for Vegas.
So we'll
Absolutely.
both super comp at the divisional race, then hit all 4 days of the spring fling. We'll basically use the divisional race as a warm up.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. So what about parking in Vegas?
Oh yeah, parking. Let's see. Let's bring up Google Earth. You know, because when we go to Vegas, right, there's tons of people always there. Whoops, I think you're not seeing my map, are you, or are you?
I can see your map.
So yeah, there's always tons of people in Vegas that get together in groups, right? And we've seen the Mexicans. There's a lot of Mexicans
Yeah.
travel from Mexico. Yeah.
Yeah.
And they all pit together. I thought maybe we could try that. There's a lot of Canadians for sure that go. So
Right.
just if people are interested, here's Google Earth of the racetrack. This is I-15, right, Eric, along here?
That's the I-15, yeah.
So you get off the freeway, turn down Speedway Boulevard. Just for people who've never been to the racetrack, you basically make your first left off Speedway Boulevard. That gives you access. You come in here, and here's the entrance to the racetrack. This is the ticket booth. They stack you up over here, and then you go buy your tickets and then pull your rig in here. But how about just drive in straight along here? Let's think about pitting around here. This is where you and I pitted last year.
Yeah, that was a good spot.
But we could take all these spots here, since you and I will be there for the divisional race. We can probably get some pylons and lawn chairs out and hold some spots. People could, text you or I and let us know that they're coming.
Yeah.
And we could hold spots and get a Canadian contingent all pitting together. I really like pitting here versus, the last time we came, we pitted over here, which is really crowded.
Yeah.
We just had lots of room. Remember, we run down the racetrack, right? Come down the return road, exit off, and just wrap the throttle a couple times and just coast all the way down and whip right in here.
Yeah. And nice access. You want to go watch some action? Hit the stands. You can walk there. Nice and quick. Perfect.
Yeah.
We probably won't be doing a lot of watching this year because
busy. Another thing too. Remember last year, Brady was they allow you one car, 2 entries.
Yeah.
Different people. And
right.
Last year I put Brady in the car and we both ran the car, and it worked out pretty good for me, right? Because you get like 3-4 hours in between runs.
Right.
And so it was nice to put Brady in the car and make sure that it was like another weather station reading, or another time run between. And Brady got lots of laps in and actually went lots of rounds, and even took out Sean Langdon too.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, that's right. That's where he got his name.
Yeah, that's right.
Top fuel slayer.
Yeah. So what do you think about you and I doing that?
I think we should do it. I think the more runs, the better.
Yeah, we both enter each other's cars.
Right.
8th mile racing.
Exactly.
Shouldn't be that much of a big deal, and our cars are pretty similar as far as configuration anyway. Interior configuration, they're pretty similar. Just let go of the button. How hard can it be?
Right? That's what everyone says. Just let go of the button, it should be good.
Sure.
Okay.
One other thing, what was it? I wanted to talk about was, we got any prospects for next year?
Prospects.
Any up and coming guys?
Well, I only know of one, but obviously, certainly, I guess if anyone knows of anyone else, you should, let us know so we can kind of put the word out, right? That would be good.
What about Ryan? What do you think is going to go on with him? What's your prediction on how well he's going to do?
I think just like any other kid that comes out of junior dragster, right? They're going to be certainly tough kids, right?
Yeah.
They've been around racing for a long time. They've got the kind of the backbone. They've got the they're young. They're motivated. I think he's going to do quite well. So what do you think?
Yeah, I also think, I think he's probably going to do well right early too. I don't know for sure, but I'm guessing he's probably going down to the spring fling also. Probably not the divisional race because, I don't. He's never run a super. Well, he's never run the car at all. So, well, yeah, that's right. Will he have his license? Yeah, I wonder if he's going to try to get his license in between the divisional and the spring fling. I did when I first got my license. That's where I got it, in between.
Okay.
Yeah, and so it's doable. So you never know. I mean, Ryan, throw me a text to let me know what's going on. But it's a good chance he could be in the spring fling, and he could get himself a fair amount of runs down the track before he shows up at the first Top E race.
Yeah, exactly. So
He could be
he's definitely gonna disrupt
yeah,
the kind of the normal, or if there was ever a normal and top eliminator, then it's definitely gonna be different, I think.
yeah. So
So
yeah, good luck to him. I think
yeah,
he'll be the guy to watch for sure. He's definitely got a good car. I know he's got a Mullis car, I believe. Um, so he's got a good chassis under him, good motor. His dad definitely knows how to set one of these cars up for sure.
right,
So, and his
yeah,
dad's already run the car lots, right? So the car is probably tweaked perfectly already.
exactly. He knows a thing or two
Yeah, for sure.
for sure.
Okay, was there anything else, Eric? Got to start packing the trailer up, right?
Right. I gotta get my bikini out, and make sure that's all clean and packed up, right? So
Oh yeah, how was your Mexico trip? Do you have a good time in Mexico?
yeah, Mexico was good. It was nice and warm
Yeah,
and relaxing. So should do that more often.
yeah, absolutely.
Sometimes this racing stuff's a little stressful, right? Like you know that's what happens, right? Look at us, right? We're
Yeah,
losing.
that's
We
right.
don't ball because this is racing. This isn't work. This is racing issues.
Yeah, that's what causes all this too, is the stress. That's why we get such crappy lights.
Right? Exactly.
Too stressed out. Got to
So
worry about racing people like Ryan. Stresses us out.
exactly. Keeping us awake,
Yeah, yeah. It's not quite the same doing these interviews when we don't drink beer. So maybe we're gonna have to work beer into our work schedule somehow. I'm not sure,
Yeah,
but close the
right.
office door and put it in a coffee mug or something. I'm not sure.
Exactly. Or we need sponsors too, so we need definitely, beer sponsor. Hey, we're
That would be good.
we're
Yeah.
totally open to that, right? Like,
Because we
don't be
go
shy,
through it.
right? Don't be shy.
Okay.
All right.
I got a meeting I got to jump to here in a couple of minutes, Eric. So it's nice talking to you, and we'll see you probably on the highway heading to Vegas.
Sounds good. Talk to you soon.
Okay. Ciao.
Bye. All right.
Okay.
Cut.
Yeah.